Hi there, this is Lady Shell. I am here to do a tutorial on how to add an event to the Fantasy Grounds College events calendar. The event that I'm going to be adding today is a game. However, if you want to add a class or any other type of event, the information that I give you will be applicable. You just choose a different type of event. So what you will do first is to navigate to the fantasygroundscollege.net website, and you will be on the main page, which is the one that I am displaying right now. You will hover over the events link here, and you'll see some drop downs underneath it. We're going to choose the My Events link. So we will click on that and the page will load. Okay, if you have not posted any events on our website yet, you will not have anything down here below this blue search events button, but we are going to be clicking on the add new button to get to where you're going to put your information. Now I'm going to be just making a random event here that I will be deleting afterwards. This is just for your information. The event name would be whatever you're calling your game. And I'm just being silly. Okay, so after you have your game on here, you will have a section called When. You will not have this prompt here about recurring event. That's an admin feature, so disregard that. Okay, so when you click in the box under From, this is where you're going to put your starting date. Let's pretend that we're going to put something down for one of the dates of the Spooktober, which starts the 25th through the 27th. So let's go with the 25th. We're going to put an ending date of the 26th because I'm going to be starting in the end of the evening and entering into the morning of the next day. So that's why I have two different dates. I'm going to start my event at 11 p.m. UTC 0. So you scroll down the list, look for 11 p.m., click on that, and then the ending time is going to be 1 a.m. on the next day. We leave the time zone to UTC. And then we scroll down, and this is where all the actual text will display. And I am going to take my template that I suggest that you use, and I'm going to cut and paste or copy and paste what I have on the template into this area. So I'm going to click. There it is. Now, there are different options up here for things that you can do. The paragraph is the option. This is the way that you're seeing it here. You can also change the size of your text by clicking here. I would like to make my heading larger, so I'm going to highlight the heading and I'm going to choose heading 2. Okay, so now I have a nice large heading, but I would like it to be centered. The option to make it centered is right here, align center. You can have align left, which is where it is now, align right, or align center. So if I click this, it only is going to center the section where I had it highlighted. If I highlighted the whole page, it would center everything. Other things that you can do is you can use bold or italics. You can make a list, a numbered list or bulleted list. You can add block quotes. You can add links, which we have links already formatted in here. But if you added additional link, you would click on this to add the link. That doesn't apply. You don't need that. You're not going to toggle that. Now, you're probably not going to use a strike through. I don't know if you'll use a horizontal line. This is to change the text color. I recommend you leave it at black. This is paste as text. Clear the formatting. Special characters, if you had any like foreign language characters or something, you would use this to display the correct character. This would be to decrease or increase your indent. This is to undo any changes that you made. So those are the features here that you can use. And we are in visual mode. Text mode has the you can see it's all the HTML type of formatting in here. Well, actually not HTML. Well, yeah, it is HTML. Okay, so we're not doing that. We're going to go on visual. Visual is the default, so you don't have to worry about anything. And this add media button will not be on your screen. That is an admin feature. If you wish to have a picture to be added to your one-shot, you can send me the picture and I will add it to your post. Just tell me if you want it up above, like just under your title, or if you would like it underneath the text. Those are the only two places I would recommend that you put it. And please don't send copyright images or anything that's larger than maybe a 400 by 400 pixel, because we don't want to overload the page with a huge graphic and then people have to scroll down a mile to get to the text. So we want a smallish graphic up here if you want a graphic. And you can send it to me, like I said, Lady Shell on the Fantasy Grounds College Discord, and I will add it to your post. Because most likely I'm going to be the one that's accepting your post and loading it to the website. Although we do have other people that can also do that. I'm the one that's doing most of it, I would say. Okay, so basically we have a template here. It has information on here where it suggests things that you want to put. There are few things that I want you to leave as is. The date and time, this section where I say add or subtract your UTC offset from the start time listed on this post to find out when the game will start in your time zone. Leave that as it is. The other one that I want you to leave as is the requirements, headset, and at least the Fantasy Grounds demo version. We offer the links to download either the Windows or Mac version. Max number of players, no. The other thing that I want you to leave is the Discord link. It already says what the FGC Discord, the invite would be this link here, and the Fantasy Grounds official homepage forum. Discord name, you would add your own. TBD, we'll leave that as is. Length, you would add what you want. And disclaimer, I would like you to leave this as it is too. That just says that the player that reads this post is responsible for having their Discord name be the same as their username when they created their account, so that when the DM looks for his or her players, that they are not searching for somebody whose name does not exist on the Discord. So it also says that the player is responsible for canceling their game, and they use the My Bookings link, which was right there. Okay, so back to this. You would insert, I'm not going to type this because, it's just extra, space to the video, which you don't need. You can see what it's telling you. It's telling you you're going to insert the rule set of your game, whatever rule set that you're using on this line. Here is where you're going to type any information about your game, describe your game, however you want to describe it. And then down in under details, these are additional details to the info that talked about what your game is about. These are things that you will want to put, like if you're streaming your game and if it's voice only or if it's webcam, because people will have to have a webcam if you're going to be streaming with a webcam. If you are including pre-gen characters, you can put what level they are. And if you are accepting uploaded characters from people that want to play in your game. You will have to give information on when you will need those characters, because I'm going to assume that you're going to want to look them over and make sure that somebody's not putting, I want a bag of holding on my in my inventory, or 15 healing potions. So I would suggest putting some kind of date, maybe a week before your game is going to start. That gives you time to look over things so that everything is all set up, and then the DM would upload that person's player, or their character rather, to the game so that they can access it when they log on during the game. Another thing would be, like, if you had a D&D game, you probably would want to tell people which method that you want them to use to create their abilities, either the point buy, standard array, or 46 drop lowest, or you may have your own method that you want them to use. So basically, those are some of the things that you might want to put for details. Like I said, leave the requirements. Number of players. These are how many people do you want in your game? You don't want to have like 10 people in your game, because your combats will be crazy. However, if that's the way you want to run with the game, put what you want. You can only have up to 10, I believe. Well, actually, I'm not sure, but I would not recommend anything over 6. So whatever number you want, put that on this line. Leave this line as is. Type your Discord name in here. And then game room, I would suggest leave it as TBD, because you don't know which game rooms are going to be open on the day that you are running your game. The length would be how long do you estimate that your game will be. Now, when I filled in my information up here, I wasn't thinking about it being, it would probably be more than a 2-hour game. I would say it's a 3-hour game, so I'm going to change my ending time to 2 p.m. That makes more sense, a 3-hour game. So in that case, down here in the text, I would put length of time 3 to 4 hours. And I also like to give people a max information, because if somebody sees that you tell them your game is only 3 hours long and it runs longer than that, that person might have to leave before the end of your game. So I like to add a little extra time at the end to give me, so that people know that it could last this long. Hopefully it wouldn't last longer than that. And like I said, leave the disclaimer as is. So that takes care of everything that we have up here. If, for example, you wanted to add a link to the page, I'm just going to highlight Savage Worlds, and then this is how you would add a link. If you had a text that you wanted to link to, you would highlight that whatever text you want linked. You click on the link up here, and it opens this little pop-up. This is where you would paste your link. So I'm just putting that for the link. It's not the actual link of Savage Worlds, but so you type your link, or you paste your link in here, and you're going to click the apply button, and now you have a link, so that someone can click on this link and they would go to the website that you put on here. I want to remove this link because that to remove a link, if you added a link that was incorrect, or you decided you don't want to link, you could click on this remove link, and then it will be back like it was before. So that's how you add links to your descriptions. Okay, now under here you'll see select the rule set, and I'm going to click on Dungeons and Dragons, and I'm going to click on 5th edition, and we are going to say this is a game. It could also be a class or a special event. And we do allow people to post streams if they want to have a streamed game that they want us to, you know, have on our calendar so people can look it up and go and watch. Now, down here, you won't have this event image because that's an admin thing. Like I said, if you want me to add a picture to your event, please send that to me via the Discord, Lady Shell. It's very important that you're going to click this next box because if you don't, nobody can sign up to your game. So I click that and that opens some additional options. We are going to disregard this top part. We are going to go to spaces. Now remember, I said I like between 4 and 6. I don't recommend over 6. Like I said, it's up to you. I am going to just assume that I put 5 because I like 5. I think that's a good number. Let me go back up here and I'm going to change this so it says 5 also. Now, this is another section where people always get it confused, at least and at most. A lot of people think that if they have a game and they want to have 5 players in their game, but how much is the least amount of people that they could run it, and they would maybe type in 3 at least and then type 5 from at most because that's the max number of people. But that's not what it's asking you. What it's asking you here is how many places on your table can one person book. So if you put 3 and 5, that would mean one person could take up 3 spots and as many as 5 spots. You don't want people to do that. You want them to only take minimum of 1, maximum of 1. So 511 is how this should read. Underneath here, leave this all blank. And then you will submit your event. Now, when I submit an event, because I'm an admin, it's going to auto post it will auto post immediately. However, for anyone else that is not an admin, their post will go to a pending phase. And an admin will have to look over the post and then approve it. So click the submit event button and your post, it will say at the top that it's going to be pending. And that's it. You have added a game to the website and it will be in the pending until the admin will approve it. And then if they need to contact you, they will. And if they don't, then your post should be on the website. And we can actually look this up right now. Now, I posted this on the 25th, so I'm going to scroll down here to the next page. The next page, I think it actually is on page 3. Yeah. So here's the 25th. This is where we have games that are currently posted for our Spooktober. And over here, it shows how many seats are available. If it says 0, it's because it's a stream. Streaming events are just things that you watch. They're not things that you would be able to participate in. You just watch them. So we have some seats open on these games here. Well, let's look for the one I did. Oh, here's the one I did, my super duper game. So here's what it looks like. Now you see my super duper game, you see the title of my game, and you see all the information that was put in here. And here's the sign up. If somebody wanted to sign up to this particular game, they would click on the sign up and then that would get approved. And then the person would play the game. That's about it. I hope that this information was helpful to you. And if you have any questions, please PM me on the Fantasy Grounds College Discord. My username is Lady Shell. And I thank you for watching. Bye-bye.